Hey, have you guys ever heard about the Gulf War?
Yes, Gina, I remember studying it in history class. It was a conflict that took place in the early 1990s, right?
That's correct, Bella. The Gulf War, also known as the Persian Gulf War, occurred between Iraq and a coalition of international forces led by the United States.
What was the reason behind the war? Why did Iraq invade Kuwait, Tony?
Driven by the human avarice, the purported justification of Hussein's actions was to restore the homeland. Yet his underlying motives were rooted in his own insatiable greed. Iraq claimed that Kuwait was historically part of its territory and accused Kuwait of economic warfare by exceeding its oil production quotas, which affected Iraq's economy. So they invaded Kuwait in August 1990. The international community strongly condemned Iraq's actions. The United Nations Security Council passed resolutions demanding Iraq's immediate withdrawal from Kuwait.
Hi, Tony. How did the coalition respond to Iraq's invasion?
The coalition was formed to enforce the UN resolutions. It comprised over 30 countries, with the United States playing a leading role. They aimed to liberate Kuwait and restore its sovereignty. The coalition launched a massive air campaign called Operation Desert Storm. It involved intense aerial bombardments of Iraqi military installations. Infrastructure and communication networks.
Tony, did they also have a ground offensive?
Absolutely, Gina. The coalition launched a ground assault in February 1991. They had superior firepower and advanced military technology, which weakened Iraq's defenses.
The ground offensive was swift, and Iraqi resistance crumbled. By the end of February, Kuwait was liberated from Iraqi control. Did the coalition pursue regime change in Iraq, Bella?
No, Gina. The coalition's mandate was to liberate Kuwait, so they halted their offensive after Kuwait was freed. The ceasefire agreement was reached, and economic sanctions were imposed on Iraq.
However, tensions remained and conflicts in the region persist. It set the stage for future events, including the 2003 invasion of Iraq.
Hey, Bella, do you know what happened to Saddam Hussein after the Gulf War?
Yeah, I remember he remained in power after the war, but I'm not sure what happened to him later on.
Well, after the Gulf War, Saddam Hussein faced increased scrutiny and pressure from the international community. Eventually, in 2003, a coalition led by the United States invaded Iraq.
Oh, right, I remember that, Tony. So, what happened to Saddam Hussein during the invasion?
Saddam Hussein went into hiding as the invasion unfolded. He was on the run for several months, evading capture by the coalition forces.
Eventually, on December 13, 2003, Saddam Hussein was found hiding in a small underground hole near his hometown of Tikrit.
Bella, how did he face justice for his actions during the Gulf War and other crimes?
Saddam Hussein was captured by coalition forces and later handed over to the Iraqi authorities for trial. In 2006, he faced trial before the Iraqi Special Tribunal for Crimes Against Humanity.
After a lengthy legal process, Saddam Hussein was found guilty of crimes committed during his regime, including the brutal suppression of Kurdish uprisings and the 1982 massacre in Dujal.
What was the outcome of the trial, Bella?
Saddam Hussein was sentenced to death by hanging. The execution took place on December 30th, 2006 in Baghdad.
His execution marked the end of Saddam Hussein's rule and the beginning of a new chapter for Iraq, although the country continued to face significant challenges in the years that followed. After Hussein seized power, he ruthlessly purged the opposition, waged a war with Iran during his dictatorship, resulting in tens of thousands of casualties, and invaded Kuwait, leading to economic and military sanctions from the international community. The downfall of this oppressive dictator was truly ignominious.
Thank you for watching the video, The Gulf War, provided by History and Current Events. Gina, Bella, and Tony have contributed so far as narrators. Thank you.